Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Hey, Blues, you lost to the worst darn team in the NHL. Luis Nolla joins us at 10:33 on this last day of January. My nephew Channing's birthday, my grandpa's what would have been his birthday. Luis, I don't know what the hell happened yesterday, but, I mean, that's got to be embarrassing for the Blues.
It was the last game before the All-Star break, and I think the Blues forgot they had an opponent.
Well, you know what's funny is, not funny, but just something, because you know that I live 2 minutes away from my house, so when I'm in my car, I have your station on 550, and Martin Kilcoyne said it right then and there on the afternoon drive show. He said, hey, they still got to, hopefully they're still checked in and realize that they still got a game to play tonight, and it looks like, well, they've checked out early.
They did, again, that first period. So, again, they had a power play in that first period. They didn't only struggle getting into their offensive zone that they didn't. They struggled getting into mid-ice. That's how bad it was. Again, that power play was, because there was no energy. And like Bannister said after the game, after the question was asked by Luke Korak, basically the question is, did you get what you deserved tonight?
Right.
And he said yes, because we played cute hockey. I've been covering hockey since 2018. And I'm still learning, but one of the things I learned very quickly, if any teams try to be cute with the puck, cute with their skating, cute with passing, or making that not good pass, because there's no good passes in cute hockey. It's just trying for the gram, right?
Right.
You're going to lose.
Exactly.
Because, yes, the Blue Jackets are one of the worst teams in the NHL.
Well,
but they're still NHL players.
Well, true. And that's the thing. You said it right on the nose. And a lot of teams, and it's not just an NHL thing, it's a sports thing. You want to be cute with it, that's fine, but you still got to have some intensity while you do it. The Blues just assigned forward Adam Gaudette to the AHL per 101 about 30 minutes ago. Does that mean anything?
No, again, AHL, it's like the minor leagues for hockey, right? So, they got an our prospect, an our person that can develop to maybe going with the team. But that right now, it's just something very minor thing, right? It was interesting because, again, the press box was filled last night with scouts, and you see, wow, the Blues it's because they were playing the Blue Jackets. And you got the GM with the Blue Jackets there hosting basically a lot of scouts from all the teams, because the Blue Jackets are going to be trading away a lot of their pieces in the upcoming trade deadline. Well, and in the other side, in the Blues, I can see them make one move, but not major.
Yeah, I think it'd be foolish for him to. The only question I have, the Blues were really riding high. They were poised to climb back into a playoff position with that 4-3 overtime win over the Kings. But, this kind of kills momentum when you need it the most heading into the All-Star break, I feel.
Oh, yeah. Again, they were, 5-game winning streak against good teams.
Yeah.
They were. Again, then that's the other thing about this season. They play very well against good teams. And then you got last night, it's just, they got out of the habit of playing down to the teams, but then they did it again last night. So it's a sour taste. You could have just going into the break, at the very, very least, with a 6-point game streak, like getting a point each game, basically.
Yeah.
You didn't get the win in overtime, whatever. But now it's a sour taste. It's a long break too, so that again, it felt like I always get when teams get eliminated from World Series contentions or Stanley Cup playoffs or series in the playoffs too. But the last night game felt like 1-2-3 Cancun. Like not a lot of Blues are to the All-Star break, so probably a lot of Blues are going to Florida or Vegas, or maybe a couple goes to Mexico for a few days and then goes back to playing, right? But that felt like that too. Like they were checked out since the word go.
Well, and on top of that, Luis, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but, I can only imagine, if I'm on the Blues, and I'm not, but if I was, no matter what club it is, what team, what sport, you're a day away from a break, and you hear guys maybe in the clubhouse, the locker room, talking about where they're going, what time they're leaving. I'm sure that leads to frustration in between players, too. Has that happened at all, or is that just something that kind of just happened on the ice and developed?
I think it just happens on the ice because I think that even happens because it's so long and you got morning skate, then you got going pregame, whatever. So people talk again.
That's true.
It's like a family, right? But when it came to the intensity going on, it's like that first period and that second period, they were just missing opens. They're not even missing shots. They were not even taking open chances they had. Like, it's like that tells you where they're at. Again,
that's
like hard, but it's just close too.
Well, and Luis, hear me out on this, and I know that you're around the team, but this is something I've thought even during their point streak. They still are not playing like men. I mean, I'll be honest. It's like watching at times, and I've turned it on for a few minutes and turned it off because I like watching. It's a hard-hitting sport with intensity. And I don't care what anyone says, you got to have that intensity to play. And for a year and a half, it's kind of been there in glimmers and little kind of short previews. But then whenever you're looking for the full thing and you're waiting for that moment to where, boom, just like when we won the Stanley Cup, we're back there and we have that fight. It's just we get close and then we fall right back down on our faces.
Here's the thing, what the 5-game winning streak told me is like they can do it, right? They can go in and run the playoffs because, again, they were against good teams. But to be a playoff team, again, this is 2 points that they just got away, and they shouldn't. So I don't know what happened, and there's so few games today playing, and there's 2 more today, and that's the break, a little break. But entering yesterday, they were in the last playoff position, but tied too. So it wasn't like they had a cushion that they can fall on. Right now, it's again unlike 2019. This team played hard every single night, no matter the opponent.
Exactly.
This is trying to figure out that, and again, last night it was going back to old habits.
100%. Hey, let's switch gears here. St. Louis ties their first friendly. The one against Columbus canceled, but they tied Nashville. They're playing against LA Galaxy in another friendly on Saturday at 12 noon. Any thoughts on this? How is the team kind of getting the cobwebs out as they're getting ready for year 2?
So they were in Florida for about 2 weeks. And then they brought the sunshine. They're back here in St. Louis for the week. And they're going to speak right now with the media in about 2 hours. But no, they're good. Again, it's going to be weird for them and for everybody because their first game is right now in February against Houston Dynamo for the CONCACAF Champions League. And then we go back again to the full nitty-gritty of the MLS season, right? So, and they are going to fly out to LA on, Friday. So, they're flying out on Friday and then playing those games on Saturday. The only thing I have, and this is just, again, I want to watch the friendlies, but I don't know where to get them.
So that's my question, and this isn't an insult to the team. This is a league issue. I have never seen a league so bad at distributing content, and whether or not that is game feeds, whether it's to be able to watch any team play or highlights. I mean, you get on Facebook or social media. I don't have X. I think that's a joke. You see the next day all the highlights from the NFL games. You see the highlights from hockey. You see clips of a Cardinals game. What do you see from the MLS? Nothing. And it's like, you want to say you're a viable competitor to these international leagues, but they aren't even close.
Yeah, and it's like even NHL has their preseason, I don't know, televised.
Right.
Spring training. It's again, you can. there was I know there was a time couldn't get every Cardinal game. Now you can get every spring training Cardinal game.
Well, and why can't City SC broadcast that on their own? Is there a licensing issue with the league?
And that's the thing. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you can want it, I don't need Joey Sanaboni doing the game. Just give me a camera and go.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just, I feel like they're missing out on a lot. And maybe City can't stream the game because MLS has the rights to do it, so they have to kind of wait on them. But, I mean, even if it's a league decision, not to stream these games and just have the opportunity for fans to clip them, create shorts with them, and really grow the league. I mean, they're just doing everything wrong. And I don't care what anyone says. The league as a whole is failing. They're failing big time. You can't have a 4-week break during the postseason because you have an international window. You have to treat your league as a serious league, and they don't do that.
Yeah, and that's why when you say it's failing, no, the MLS will still be here for the long run, but it will not catch the big players. It will not be an NFL.
Right.
It will not be a Major League Baseball. It will not be an NBA.
No, 100%. And I'm not trying to be because people think that I dog the MLS all the time and I get comments about it in text, but it's just true. I mean, you want to be a viable competitor. And I'm not even talking international leagues or other leagues in different countries like the EPL and La Liga. You aren't going to compete, but you can at least compete with an NBA or an NHL if you have a good team around you to distribute your material. And it's just something. Hey, I wanted to ask you if you heard any more on this Vince McMahon thing while I have you. I mean, this has got to be the most disgusting thing I've ever read in my life. Does this kill the public view of professional wrestling?
I know. I think kills the public view of Vince McMahon.
Well, it should.
Because I think WWE/Endeavor, the parent company with TKO that owns WWE, has done every correct move. On Friday, they basically told Vince, "You're no longer working here either." So they did that, and then the Rumble again. Do you notice that the Rumble was shaking up on Saturday night?
Yeah, it was. You could tell that they were in a little bit of a bind because that was not a regularly booked Rumble. I mean, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but just from what I saw, you could tell that that's not what they wanted to do.
And here's the thing: in the glaring, the thing is that a lot of people not involved, but also involved in the lawsuit, but not in the proper lawsuit. Is Brock Lesnar, the former UFC champion.
Well, and it sounds like he's going to be in some big trouble. I'm not saying he is now currently, but if this holds true, and it's probably a little bit more than that. I mean, Luis, what amazes me is that because WWE in 2009 decided to throw up the PG logo and not do blood. But it doesn't take away from the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, where you had time and time again of women and men alike saying that this happened to them, that they had a situation occur. And, it's one of those things where eventually the chickens come home to roost even for a billionaire. But does this affect the WWE's long standing in the public eye, knowing that they basically, if the court documents are correct and the verdict rings true in court, sex trafficked a woman?
True, no, and the charges are, again, it's and everybody that is involved will get their day in court.
Right.
And I think it will not go well for anybody of the people involved. And again, like I told you, I think it's not a win for Vince. Obviously it's not a win, but here's the thing. Vince lost his immunity that he had whenever he sold WWE to TKO. Endeavor.
Well, and two, let me jump on that.
He wasn't the chairman of the board.
Right. And two, and I wanted to ask you this, your thoughts on it. He always had the TV to go out to after an issue. Whenever he had a bad PR day, you could bet he was going to be on television in some capacity just to get his face out there. And now he doesn't have that luxury anymore, and he doesn't have the platform.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. I don't know. I just wanted your thoughts on it. It seemed like it really did throw off the train, before the Royal Rumble. But my thought is, too, I mean, your daughter and son worked for you. did they know about this and you're still kind of married, but everyone knows it's a sham? I mean, you know what? How far into this does it go? And I guess we'll just have to wait and see, huh?
Yeah, and here's the thing, too. One of the reasons Stephanie McMahon left the business is because her father was back.
That's true.
So she knew. And she was disgusted.
You're 100% right, Luis. We'll just have to wait and see. I always value your input. When do the Cardinals leave for spring trading?
So camp starts in the 14th with pitchers and catchers reporting. So let's say, I know there's already players there in Jupiter doing drills. But let's say bulk of the team arrives around that week. Also, a quick note. Tomorrow starts the Caribbean Series.
Oh,
and for the people that are aware, I think it's a good follow because Team Puerto Rico's manager is the one and only Yadier Molina.
Absolutely. And you know, it's definitely really good to get those insights and see and get the kind of gauge on what you think of a Molina managed team. I like it. I like it.
And his mannerisms and everything.
I love it. Luis, you be safe getting to where you need to go today, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.
I'm almost there. It's good to talk to you, see you, and it's good to see the sun again.
Yes, it is. 10:49, a quick break on this 31st day of January. Our daily show wraps up, and so does the month of January right after this quick break in the heart of the 618.